If you came across this video, it's no coincidence that you came across it. It might hold some valuable information to get you started on your own healing journey. So you are welcome to watch it, and hopefully it has some great insight onto how to get started on your healing journey, okay? And if you need any type of assistance or any guidance, any spiritual insight on how to handle and overcome whatever issue you're struggling with, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is on here. And welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is session 5 of Let's Heal the Multiple Layers of Trauma. Okay, so don't forget your journaling. If y'all are, trying to make notes and stuff like that, that is very helpful towards your healing journey. Okay, so session 5, I want to speak about forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is a very, very important part of your healing. Without forgiveness, I don't think it's possible to heal. Okay, because if you keep refusing to forgive, it's just a humongous blockage that you stay bound to. So I just want to emphasize that on this set of almost the last sessions. I still have one more to go. So, but today we will be speaking about forgiveness. Okay. So again, grab your journals, and I hope y'all are doing well and that you have found these videos a bit helpful for you. And hopefully you're able to apply, something that improves whatever your struggle is, whatever you're struggling with. I hope you found some helpful information through these videos, because that's the whole purpose of me doing these videos. Just helping people walk through the healing journey. Okay, so again, grab your journals and let's get started on the session 5 of Let's Heal the Multiple Layers of Trauma. Okay, so remember that forgiveness is not a rushed process. Okay, just like your healing is not a rushed process. So in order for you to heal, in order for you to truly permanently heal anything you're struggling with, you have to go through the path of forgiveness. Okay, so this means, yes, you have to forgive very ugly things that have been done to you, very unbalanced things that have been done to you, very unjust things that other people have placed in your life and that have, damaged you in every way, shape, and form, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So part of your healing, aside of the pain and the suffering on whatever issue you're struggling with, is forgiveness. So at the end of this video, I am going to reference a prior video that I made earlier this year, a few months ago. And it walks you through the process of why and how to forgive those that have hurt you and that have harmed you. So I'm going to try to, pin it to this video. So that'll give you a few pointers on how to go about forgiving. Okay? So again, like I said, forgiveness is part of the healing process. It's a very important part of your healing, actually, for you to be able to permanently heal whatever issue you're struggling with. Okay? So you must stay open to forgiving other people. You must stay open to forgiving those that have damaged you in whatever way, shape, or form. There's nothing exempt from forgiveness. We must forgive, because without it, we might as well not even try. Okay, because as long as you not forgive, as long as you refuse to forgive others or those that have, you know, bestowed upon you whatever painful, traumatic moment in your life, you won't be able to heal. And I'm sorry to say that, but if you're a very stubborn person like I used to be, where I was refusing to forgive those that hurt me deeply. You know, they scarred my soul. I thought I was scarred for life. I thought I was damaged goods for life. But it was my own stubbornness that didn't allow me to begin to truly heal within myself. You know, the damage that was done to me by other people, and mainly those that I thought loved me, mainly by those that I thought that cared for me, those that I thought was my family, my blood ties, my, I don't know, just family members in general. Um, I was so stubborn because the damage that was done to me was very great. It was so unjust and it was awful. It was hideous. So in my own stubbornness, I couldn't understand, that part that where I was told. And again, when I say I was told, I'm not talking about another human told me to forgive. This was just my higher sense of being with the spirit that breathes through me, okay, which we all call it God, okay. I was told, if you don't forgive, just forget about healing the pain and the suffering that you're going through. So if you really truly want to heal and move on from the suffering, move on from the pain, and grow out of whatever traumatic moments you have had in your life, you're going to have to forgive them. It doesn't matter how much they did to you. And I just couldn't understand that for a while, and I refused. I would say to myself, why should I have to forgive them? I didn't tell them to do this to me. I didn't ask for this. They did it. It was their choice to give. I had no say so in it. So why should I have a say so in me forgiving them now? So it's going to take you a little bit, if you're a stubborn person, to truly forgive someone that has hurt you deeply. And now you, as an outcome of that, now you have an issue that you are struggling with. But in order for you to truly heal, you're going to have to forgive them. There's no way around forgiveness. Okay. There is, as I say, there is no fake it till you make it in forgiveness. You either do forgive them or you don't forgive them. There's no in-betweens with forgiveness. There's no shortcuts. There's no cheat sheets, no compromises, no, there's no bridge to forgiveness. There's nothing. I mean, you have to go through the way of forgiveness in order for you to truly heal from the issue that you're struggling with. Even if that means forgiving others that have hurt you, and forgiving yourself. In the sense of forgiving yourself, I'm talking about forgiving yourself for the part that you yourself played in that situation. Because in order for this trauma, this struggle that you're struggling through, in order for that to come to play and exist, you had to play a part in that role as it happened, when it happened. So you're going to have to forgive others, and you're going to have to forgive yourself for the small part or whatever part that you played in during that trauma, during that traumatic moment, or whatever you call it. So not only do you have to forgive others, but you have to forgive yourself. Okay. So forgiveness is a humongous part of your own healing. You must go through the healing process through forgiveness. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Okay. So like I said, there's no compromises, no cheat sheets, no shortcuts, no fake it till you make it with forgiveness. Like I said, you either forgive or you don't. You either forgive them or you don't. You either forgive yourself or you don't. So forgiveness is a choice. It's not, it's just going to happen by itself. Forgiveness don't happen just out of nowhere. Forgiveness is not like, oh, one morning I just wake up and, oh, Forgiveness just is a miracle. Now I don't forgive everybody. No, no. You have to make the choice to forgive those that have harmed you. You have to make the choice to forgive yourself. So forgiveness is a choice. And in order for you to truly and genuinely heal, you must forgive. Please truly understand that from the bottom of your core. Without that, you're going to be struggling with whatever issue you're struggling with till the end of time. Because even if you don't forgive them during this lifetime, next lifetime, you're going to come back in a different body and you're going to have to go through the same process all over again. They will come back in a different body and you're going to have to play out the same traumatic stress disorder that is playing during this lifetime. So the better you can forgive now, or the more you can forgive now, the better it's going to get, because you don't have to go through that process anymore. And again, I know not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but it's okay. I mean, I know what I'm talking about, and you don't have to believe it. Eventually you will remember, and you will eventually see the cycling system that you yourself are going through with another person, the cycling system that you yourself are taking yourself through with other people. So you don't have to believe, that area where I say that even if you don't learn it during this lifetime, you will, come back and redo it all over again. Eventually you will remember. So let's move on. So you must truly choose to forgive those who hurt you, because unforgiveness keeps you bound. Unforgiveness is like you will be a slave, bounded to the pain, to the suffering, to the torture of this unforgiveness, because that unforgiveness is keeping you tied and bound to the issue that you're struggling with, because you're not able to forgive those that did you the damage or that gave you the damage. You still have the pain, you still have the suffering. So unforgiveness keeps you bound to the struggle that you're struggling with. Okay. I mean, there's no shortcut for that, because the source of your struggle, the source of your pain, the source of your suffering with whatever you are struggling with and haven't been able to overcome is due to you not being able to forgive those that did the damage. And part of that is also forgiving yourself for it. The shame, the guilt, the blame. So forgiving is very, very important. Unforgiveness, again, keeps you in a karmic cycle. It keeps you tied to those that hurt you. It keeps you bound, replaying the same thing over and over. And even if you don't have any contact with them anymore, energetically, it keeps you bound to them, because you're still suffering. You're still replaying this trauma. You're still replaying the what hurt you so deeply. You're still replaying it over and over and over in your mind, through your emotions. You keep playing it over and over in your present moment. You have lost so much of your present moment that became your future. So you are wasting your present and your future due to unforgiveness, because you're not being truly healed from it, because you haven't forgave. So, that's a karmic loop that keeps playing over and over and over. And even if you, pause for a bit and numbed it for a little while and put the band-aids that I spoke about in my prior videos, and numbed it out with whatever, you keep just adding to it. So, unforgiveness keeps you in a karmic tie to those that hurt you. It's a ever-revolving, cycling cycle that tortures you till no end. I mean, it tortures you. I mean, that's why you're still struggling with whatever you're struggling with, right? And in order for you to learn the lesson that comes through that trauma that happened to you, there's a lesson behind it all, behind the whole thing. As I said on my prior video, this trauma, this struggle that you're going through, it's a gift. Okay, it's a gift. You don't see it yet, I know, especially if you are still highly suffering through it. But that struggle, that pain, that suffering has a lesson to be learned. And in order for you to learn that lesson, you have to forgive, because that's the only way you are going to see the true lesson within it. You have to forgive them and forgive yourself. Okay. So through this struggle, whatever you're struggling with, there's a humongous gift wrapped up in the whole pain and torturous emotional and mental chaos. There's a humongous beautiful gift that you need to unwrap. Okay, there's a lesson in there, a lesson that's going to grow you, a lesson that's going to build more resilience in you, a lesson that is going to build you stronger, a lesson that you will eventually grow so strong and build yourself up from it. But unless you forgive, you're not going to be able to catch the lesson. So in order for you to catch that lesson, you have to forgive. I mean, there's no way around the forgiveness. Okay, by forgiving them, you break the cycle. You break the karmic cycle. That karmic cycle of whatever happened to you that gave you this outcome of the struggle that you're struggling with. Once you learn the lesson, you break the karmic cycle. You break the bond, the bond to that person. You break the karmic cycle to the trauma. You break the karmic cycle of the whole thing. Because once you forgive, you learn the lesson, you heal the pain, you heal the trauma, and the karmic cycle is over. You grow from it. So you don't ever have to go through that traumatic moment or a similar situation like that with anything or anybody anymore. Okay? You will grow from it. So after you break that karmic cycle, then you're able to grab more lessons. You're able to, we're all having lessons here. I mean, this is how we grow. Like I said, in order for anything to grow, everything is grown from a seed, and that seed must completely be dismantled. And there's seasons for everything. So once that seed starts breaking apart, you don't think the seed hurts? I'm pretty sure it's painful for the seed. We don't feel it because we're not the seed, right? But if you watch any seed that you plant. Oh wow. Okay. So last week I was told to plant a bean, and I put a little bean in my pot. And then I was told to take it outside because my plant was outside of my porch. It gets plenty of sunlight, but it don't have the direct sunlight. So I was told to take it outside, and I did. And today I checked it. I had one of my grandbabies over, and I was telling him the story about the seed. And I told him how out of one tiny seed you get a whole bunch of fruit, and it multiplies. And these are called fractals. So we were talking about that. So I go and show him my seed, my little bean seed, and the plant is about this big. Okay, and the split where the bean split in two is like in the middle of the plant. The plant's about that high, and the little half of the bean is stuck right in the middle of the plant. So now that I think about it, I didn't see the seed dismantle itself to become that plant, to flourish like that. But it grew real quick. I didn't expect for it to grow that quick, but it did. But I didn't see the seed going through pain, right? But obviously it was painful because now half of the bean seed is stuck in between the plant. It's stuck in the stem, right in the middle of the stem. And where did the other half go? I guess it's the one that's under the dirt. But likewise, we don't see the seed going through pain, but we grow like seeds, right? We must dismantle all the karmic debris that we carry on from lifetimes ago in this lifetime. So by you forgiving, you're able to grow, you're able to flourish, okay? You cannot be stuck in that karmic loop. You cannot be stuck in that karmic cycle and not be able to flourish. Because in the dismantlement of that karmic cycle, you are going to grow just like this little bean I planted, right? You're going to be able to bear fruit. And unless you forgive, you cannot break that karmic cycle. The seed will not completely dismantle to be able to give fruit. So you're going to have to forgive, and that breaks the whatever binds you to other, to those that gave you the damage. It breaks you away from the pain and the suffering that keeps you bound to the struggle that you're struggling with right now, and that you haven't been able to overcome it. You must just forgive and overcome that karmic lesson. You must catch the lesson. You must catch the lesson and just, let yourself grow. Let the spirit of God that breathes through you, let it grow you. Don't get stuck out of stubbornness just because you don't want to forgive others just because of what they did to you. Okay? You're only stunting your own growth. You're only stunting yourself. You're dwarfing your beautiful being. Is here to flourish, is here to be brighter, is here to bear fruit, and shine bright. It doesn't matter what happened to you. I mean, it not in the sense that no, it doesn't matter. Just forget about it. No, you're not able to just forget about it. I mean, I haven't forgotten any tiny bit and piece of anything that has happened to me. But you are able to grow from it. You're able to catch the lesson from it once you decide to forgive. You forgive, and then once you forgive, I don't know how to explain it, but eventually when you get to that point of truly forgiving others, forgiving those that have so badly hurt you, you're going to be able to catch the lesson. Okay? You will be able to grow from it and be grateful for it. And I know while you're in the middle of the suffering, in the middle of the pain, you're unable to comprehend. All you can do is play the victim role, because we all do that. Well, this happened to me, boo hoo hoo, and we stay stuck in that area of life. And some of us don't move on from the victim mentality, right? But that victim mentality is another. We just use it as a crutch. It's not real anymore. Yes, the trauma happened. Yes, it was real. Yes, it was painful. But that don't mean you have to keep replaying it over and over every day, all the time, and just numb it and put band-aids on it the rest of your life. Because as long as you have that open wound, as long as you keep those band-aids on there, as long as you keep numbing it and not forgive, that suffering is going to be there. It's always going to be there until you heal it. Until you choose to forgive, that wound and whatever issue you're struggling with is not going to heal. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So you must forgive to break the karmic cycle of this painful suffering that keeps you bound to that karmic lesson. Catch the lesson. Dissect it. What is the lesson that I need to learn from this? What does it have to show me? What is it trying to grow me into? Or why is it, that I'm going through this? Ask questions. Ask it questions. Why did that happen to me? What is my role in this? Why am I mean, just ask any and all questions possible, because you will get the answer if you're serious about healing yourself. Okay? So be honest with yourself, as I said before. Be honest with yourself and truly desire and make the decision to heal from whatever struggle you're struggling with. Okay, and then make the decision to apply the awareness that I was speaking about in my prior video, where you apply the universal truth of things, not the societal conformity, the societal domesticated version of things, the humanity conditioning that we've all been broken into, not the ways that human society has taught us, not in that way, but in the way of a higher perspective where you're able to apply the universal truth of things. And the truth is that hurt people. Remember that. So make the choice to understand, to truly understand that we are all, as a human collective, learning. We are all growing. And learning and growing is painful. Nobody is exempt from pain. Nobody is exempt from the suffering and the painful process of learning lessons, right? Nobody's exempt. Not even, animals and plants and everything in nature. I mean, that's the whole process. That's the whole meaning of this realm. This is why we live in the densest of realms, because this is where we learn. This is where we grow. And in order for us to grow, we must dismantle ourselves in a way. In order for us to bear fruit that is lasting, fruit that is has a foundation, a true spiritual foundation, it's going to be a painful process. So, make the choice to forgive. Make the choice to break the karmic cycle that you keep suffering through. Because at this point, yes, the pain is going to be there, but the suffering, you keep making it happen because you refuse to forgive, because you don't want to see or learn the lesson in it. You haven't asked, okay, where's the lesson? Lesson, where are you? Show yourself to me. What is this trying to teach me? So through our own stubbornness, sometimes it keeps us bound to that suffering. So, and until we do forgive, and we ask all these questions, and we apply the universal truth of things into whatever issue that we struggle through, we're not going to be able to conquer it. We're not going to be able to grow from it. We're going to be stuck in the loop of karmic time, nonstop, in the suffering. Okay, so make the choice. Like I said, forgiveness is a choice. Your own healing is a choice. Learning the lesson is a choice. Everything is your choice. This is why you were given free will. Everybody's given free will for a reason, but most of us don't use it wisely. We don't use it to our advantage. We just use it to destroy other people. We use it to destroy people, places, and things. Everything we can get a hold of, we just so unconsciously we just destroy, instead of using our free will wisely to grow ourselves. Okay. So, break the bond, break the karmic bond, break, the karmic cycle that keeps you bound to the struggle that you're suffering through and that you can't conquer. So just make the choice to forgive. Because that's how you're going to truly overcome whatever struggle you're dealing with, whatever struggle you're struggling through, whatever issue you're struggling through. That's the only way to heal. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is very necessary. There's no way around it. There's no fake it till you make it in forgiveness. Remember that. So it's to your favor. It's in your favor to forgive, to make the choice to forgive. Okay. And I am not going to make this a little bit longer. I just want to keep this. I want you to keep I want you to keep this in mind. I'm sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied over here. Remember, it's in your favor to forgive those that have hurt you. Okay, it's to your advantage. You are eventually going to see that you can use that as your leverage to grow. It's going to turn into a blessing. It's going to turn into one of your greatest gifts in your life. You will see. I know if you're struggling harshly, I know you don't see it right now, but you will eventually see if you apply the universal truth of things. If you forgive and you keep moving forward to truly healing, you will see it eventually. So forgive yourself, forgive them. And I'm going to leave you with this little quote that I found very helpful a long, long time ago. And sometimes, I forget about it, but then it comes back to me. Like, I didn't even think about putting this out here, but a while ago, I was told, remember that quote? I need for you to put it out there. I'm like, okay. So, forgive them. Here's a quote. Forgive them. Forgive all of your thems. The more thems you can forgive, the lighter you will be. The lighter you will feel. And the brighter you will become. Okay? So forgive all of your thems. Everybody that has hurt you. Everybody that has done unjust things to you. It's not an easy process, but in order for you to truly heal, you're going to have to make the choice to truly forgive them. Truly understand from a higher perspective of things that hurt people. And that is a human condition. That is the human disease that we all suffer through. So the blame, the shaming, the guilt, the pointing of fingers, assigning the world and its mother for all the damage and the suffering that you are going through is not to your advantage. So make the choice to forgive. Make the choice to forgive them. Make the choice to forgive yourself for the parts that you played in it, that you partook in it, be it consciously or unconsciously. No, you didn't ask for the pain, but it does have a gift for you. You didn't ask for the suffering. You didn't ask to be struggling with whatever you're struggling with. You didn't ask for that. But now you're accountable for it. Now you're responsible for it. You're responsible to heal it. You're responsible to fully and completely, permanently heal it through universal truths, through applying the universal facts and truths of the human condition. Okay, that it's not only you that's suffering. Also, the ones that hurt you were suffering. And we're not excusing them, no. But you have to understand this from a higher perspective. That all they could offer to you, all they could do to you and give to you was their own suffering. All they could pass on to you was their own suffering. Okay? So, the more of your thems that you can forgive, the better. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Again, I made a video I'm going to say probably in March, early March, I'm not sure, but a few months ago. And this video gives you or walks you through on the why to forgive and the how to forgive. So if there's something there that might be helpful to you, on how to forgive and why to forgive others that have caused great damage to you, please look for that on my playlist. Or I'm going to try to link it to this video also, okay? But the video is called How and Why to Forgive Those Who Hurt You. How and Why to Forgive Those Who Hurt You. Okay, so I'm going to try to link it on this video also. Hopefully I don't forget. But if I do, somebody comment below and let me know, okay? And again, I'm going to leave it here. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. And hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully this grows you out of the struggle that you're struggling with, out of the suffering, and hopefully it blesses you in whatever way, shape, or form, and again, if you're struggling through something and you need a little bit of guidance on it, I'm here. Please email me or comment down below, okay? And I will see you soon with, I'm going to do probably just one more video on this. So if you found it helpful, I will love to hear your input. What do you think about this information that I'm sharing, or just whatever opinion, I accept all criticism, okay? I'm not prejudiced. I am not biased on criticism, all right? To me, criticism is all positive criticism to me. So I love ya. Thank ya. And hopefully this has helped you a lot, okay? Stay blessed. Stay grateful. And don't forget, forgive all of your thems, okay? I'll see you soon. Bye.